Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm so happy you decided to join me today for a reading all about your soulmate. This is going to be about their personality characteristics as well as physical characteristics, and I'm also going to try and pull a few initials as well. If you're new to Pick a Card readings, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of how it works. I have 6 cards laid before me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and each card also has a corresponding colored marker. I know that some people like to pick their pile with something tangible, so please pick the card that's resonating with you the most. If you're feeling drawn to more than one, that could just be that there's information in both of those piles that you would need to hear. I like to conduct my readings completely intuitively, so I've only laid out one card before me, and then I'll be picking out cards from various decks while I do your reading. So you can give the video a pause right now and choose the card that you feel the most drawn to. Okay, so now that you've picked your card, you can go down into the description box below and find the timestamp for your specific reading. So let's get started with card number 1. All right, so card number 1, let's go ahead and see what we have for you. Okay, so we're starting out with the Ace of Swords. So right away, that's telling me that this person can often be a bit of a loner. It can be kind of that they have some almost self-imposed constrictions that they've put on themselves. They're maybe not necessarily somebody that likes to be around a lot of group of people, or it could just be that in times in their life as well, that they've really felt kind of alone, or kind of like they only have their eye focused on one thing rather than having a lot of goals. So they could be kind of very singular minded as well. In the Ace of Pentacles, we're kind of getting this energy though that they are a very prosperous person. It's kind of this like very good for wealth. They probably have a pretty stable job. It could also be just this kind of energy of starting over. So there may be times in their life where they've had to kind of pick up the pieces of things maybe not working out for them, and they've been able to start over. And when we have kind of this Knight of Wands energy, but we have it in reverse, it's just kind of telling me that sometimes they don't always reach out to their or kind of reach their full potential. It could be that they are not really very risky. They don't always believe in themselves, almost as kind of this energy that I'm getting. And they also spend a lot of time thinking before they make decisions, which is often a good thing, but sometimes when you need to make kind of split-second decisions, it can be a bit of a detriment to them. And then when we have this Judgment card, again, it's kind of this same energy as kind of the Ace of Pentacles, in that sometimes they seem to have a lot of starting over, right? So they seem to have kind of cycles in their life where at certain points they might be kind of a little bit more down on themselves. We see this as well in the Three of Swords. It's kind of this like heartbreak card, right? So I have a feeling that they've probably been through a few breakups and some serious ones where they would have thought that relationship was going to be their forever relationship. And then what we have is this kind of energy of having to pick up the pieces and start over again, but they've been able to do that. And I get in that Judgment card as well as kind of this Ace of Pentacles energy that they have been able to start over, but that's why we're seeing the Knight of Wands in reverse. It's almost like because they've had to do this a couple times, they're very guarded with their heart, so they don't take a lot of kind of chances or risks. It's almost like it's going to be a little bit of an effort to really get to know them and get to know their heart and kind of what's going on underneath kind of the maybe the mask that you see when you meet them, because I'm getting this energy that they're not easy. They don't easily open up, unfortunately, because of their past trauma and the things that they've been through. But it doesn't mean that it's not going to be a successful relationship. It just means for you to be a little bit patient and to know that they're worth it, and to know that kind of what's coming is going to be a good relationship. And there we go. So perfectly, we have patience. So that's, I think, the key takeaway for you to know is that it's going to take patience on your end to kind of wait for them to open up. They want to be with you. They want to be in this relationship. It's just that they've been through a lot. And I kind of get the energy that maybe you have as well, which is maybe why you're drawn to each other also. It's almost like kind of like attracts like, right? So if you've had your heart broken in the past as well, it might be somebody something that you guys can kind of, you know, bond over in the beginning, but it's also going to be, I think, a hurdle for both of you. So I did just pull the Lovers card, which again is letting me know you guys are going to be very well matched with each other. Obviously, this is a card telling me that, you know, there's love there, but it's also more than that. It's kind of like a duality, like a synchronicity between the two of you, knowing that you guys are going to be able to have a successful relationship and a relationship in which, you guys are able to really flourish together. And then in that Eight of Pentacles energy, it's just this kind of, this energy of building something together and being able to kind of see the relationship flourish. And I also think in terms of jobs as well, I think that both of you are going to have very successful kind of careers, so it's not something that you would have to worry about in your relationship. And then over here, when we have the Six of Swords, again, it's kind of this energy of letting things go, moving past your trauma, moving past your bad experiences, and being able to move forward into a better situation. So I think that's really something that's going to have to happen before your relationship can kind of completely flourish together. And I also see this kind of we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's also a call to kind of bring balance to the relationship. So when I see this Eight of Pentacles and I see that you guys are working hard, both in your relationship as well as in your finances and I think your jobs, there is a call for balance there. So you just want to make sure that you're not putting too much energy into only one aspect of your life. Just make sure that you guys are balancing things. And I think that's also kind of for this person is that it might be that they're having trouble balancing as well. So that's kind of some of the things that I think came up about their relationship, or the relationship and about this person for you. But overall, it's a really good energy. It's just knowing that they, you know, they're not coming to you kind of completely healed from their past traumas, but that's okay. I think that you guys are going to be able to work through this together. And I do see, if you can have patience, this being a very successful relationship for you guys. So let me see if I can try and pull a few characteristics, physical characteristics for them. Let's see what we've got here. So we've got long legs, so maybe somebody that's a little bit taller, black eyes, or very dark brown eyes as well, thin eyebrows, a small forehead, strong, and strong arms. So again, we're getting that kind of definitely strength. Could be that they like to work out, maybe. Could be that they're, just that you can see when you look at them that they're strong. And then let's see if we can pull a couple initials here. One more, there we go. So we've got O, C, R, and A, and we've also got the number 1 3 times as well as the number 3. So that could be part of their initials. It could be a time when you meet them, a place when you meet them. Your life path number could be 1 or 3, or maybe their life path number is 1 or 3. I see, oh, we've got, if we put this together here, we've got a car. So it could be maybe that you meet them as something to do with automobiles. It really, it's specific to everyone's situation, but just something to keep an eye out for the numbers 1 and 3, or for the letters O, A, R, and C. So thank you so much for joining me today, card number 1. I'm really happy that we could have this time together. Please like, comment, and subscribe below if you'd like to see more content in the future. I really enjoy connecting with people on my YouTube channel, and I love seeing your guys' comments and feedbacks. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope to see you again in one of my next videos. Hello, card number 2. Let's go ahead and see what we've got for you. Okay, so we're starting out with the Five of Wands. So right away, that's telling me this person is definitely kind of a competitive person. So they may be someone who works a very competitive job, or they could have some hobbies as well, like maybe competitively they run, or they do some sort of sport, or could be like a music activity or artistry, something that just has them kind of, it's definitely the hallmark of their personality that they kind of always have this need to be the best. And then we have some sword energy here as well. So we have the King of Swords as well as the Page of Swords. So what I'm seeing in those cards, specifically in the Page of Swords, is that they're very, they have like a quest for knowledge almost. So they always want to learn new things. They're very smart, and they're always kind of searching for the right answer to things. They love learning new things. They don't necessarily dislike being wrong either. If you prove them wrong on something, they almost see that as an opportunity to learn rather than kind of a personal failure, which is, I mean, a great characteristic to have. And then in that King of Swords, we also have this very level-headed objective. So they're definitely somebody that's very intelligent and somebody that you would want to have conversations with, even if your opinions don't always match up. They're very logical, and you can, if you present to them your ideas with logic, you can almost change their mind just by showing them an alternative way of thinking. And I also feel like they're the kind of person that their friends and family maybe look to as well when they need advice or when they need somebody to be objective. They're definitely the person that people would go to. And then when we have this Three of Wands energy, it's kind of this very successful card, like knowing that they're moving forward in their life and their career with success, but also this is something that they want to share with you. They want to be able to help you succeed. So it's kind of this energy of if there's anything they can do to help you, they'll always be there to do that. And then in the Five of Pentacles, that's kind of one of these cards of just having gone through some stuff. So I almost get this energy that they've been through things in their life that have had them really kind of down in their luck. They may have had to stay with friends or family. Maybe they lost their home or their apartment or their job, something that they've went through as a loss. I'm getting it kind of as this energy of a material loss, not necessarily a person, that they've lost something, and because of that, they know what it's like to not have. They know what it's like to go without, and that has helped them kind of move forward into this Three of Wands energy of wanting to help other people, wanting to support other people, and wanting to create opportunities, maybe through their career or through some of their hobbies, that they can help other people. And it's kind of like that energy, that Five of Wands energy of kind of competition is almost like he wants to push people to be their best as well, or sorry, she also. I'm getting a masculine energy from this reading. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's a man that's coming into your life. It's just, it feels very masculine. But of course my readings can apply to both genders. It feels to me like this person wants other people to do their best. And some of the ways that they do that is through making kind of competition and showing you almost like you thought you couldn't go this far, but look, once I challenged you, you were able to go further than you ever thought possible. So it's kind of this energy of they compete with people so that those people can be the best versions of themselves. So it's not feeling like they're a very confrontational person. It's almost like they just want everybody to have kind of the best chances in life, and that's a beautiful energy. I'm really getting a lot of positive vibes from this reading. So let's see what else we can pull. So we've got here Voyage as well, and I think that really speaks to their outlook in life. They really want to be able to go places and experience new things, both, you know, physically traveling to new places, but also going on these kind of mental voyages of learning, and always this quest for knowledge and this quest to kind of make themselves the best version of themselves. So they might even be the kind of people that are very socially involved, maybe in some activism, or just that they're always trying to kind of further their knowledge. So I get this, they could be in education as well. They might be an educator, or they could be still in school, kind of trying to get to their final chapter. Let's see here, we've got the Queen of Wands as well, and the Seven. Yes, the Seven of Cups. So with the Seven of Cups, that's a very kind of tempting card. It sometimes represents having too much on your plate, having too many options or too many responsibilities or too many choices. So I definitely get the energy that this person is very busy inside their own head. They definitely want to help as many people as possible, and they want to improve themselves in as many ways as possible. But just be careful then for burnout, because the Seven of Cups for me is an energy of kind of you're not able to give fully to any one cause or any one aspect of your life because you're kind of overextending yourself. And then in the Queen of Wands, we have this energy of kind of, I mean, it's a feminine energy. So I think that they have a good balance between masculine and feminine energy, actually. And it's this kind of creativity, but also a passion and kind of a drive to move forward, to create new things, and to really help people. And then when we see this card, the Sun, it is such a beautiful, warm card. I mean, it's one of the best cards to see in a reading, especially about another person. It just means that their energy energy is so warm and vibrant, and this is the kind of person that people love to be around. And then finally, in the Page of Pentacles, we do see this kind of, it's like financial opportunities and knowing that this person in their job is going to be successful. They're going to also not just create financial opportunities for themselves, but they also are the kind of person through their career that they're making opportunities for other people as well. So this person is just such a giver. I get such this giving energy, and I think you're gonna really connect with this person. You're gonna know this person right away when you meet them. You're going to know this is my soulmate. This is my person. You're going to feel so connected to them and also supported by them. Let's see if we can pull a couple physical characteristics as well. All right, we've got short legs, okay. Short, okay, so they might be a little bit on the short side. Let's see, with thick eyebrows. They are darker skinned with black hair, full lips, and long hair. So I don't know if all of these maybe might come together for some of you and you know exactly who that person is. This could just also be at certain different periods in their life. So maybe when you meet them, they have longer hair. Maybe when you meet them, they have black hair. People dye their hair though. So it comes together for me. I can very clearly see a person, but for you, maybe you don't know this person yet, or maybe this is already calling out to someone for you. So we've got the initials GLES. Again, this could be a first name, a last name, maybe a place that you meet them. We also have the number 2 and the number 1 3 times. So that could be a life path number for you or a life path number for them, or it could also just be maybe a time that you meet them. It could be 12, the month of December. It could be 11, the month of November. So it's gonna be different for every single person, but just something to keep in mind, the letters GLES and the numbers 1 and 2. So thank you so much for joining me today, card number 2. I'm so glad that we had this time together. Please like, comment, and subscribe below if you'd like to see more content in the future. I'm always so happy to spend time with you guys and also see your feedback on my videos. Thank you so much. I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope to see you guys again soon. All right, card number 3, let's go ahead and get started. So we have got the Princess of Wands. So right away, this is kind of a very creative person. This is somebody who is a little bit of a free spirit, but they also really welcome change. So they're the kind of person that is very creative, likes to kind of start new projects, and isn't too scared by things failing or by having to kind of readjust things, by having to kind of make themselves over, make themselves new almost. It's kind of this energy of constantly changing, constantly looking at new possibilities. It's a really great energy. And then we've pulled also, let's see, the 6 of Wands. Oops. What else can we get here? Let's get a little bit more information. Oh, I've got 3 cards that all flipped over together, so let's see what they all have to say. So I've got this 10 of Wands energy, which to me is very fitting with kind of the energy of the Princess of Wands as well, which is this kind of, they're very kind of, I want to say responsible, but it's not necessarily responsible in this sense. It's almost just like they take on too much because of that energy of kind of always wanting to do new things, being this kind of creative person. They might have a lot of things on the go, and especially when we see the 6 of Wands as well, it's kind of this chase to have validation and to see some of their plans and some of their kind of passion projects come to fruition. But they have to be careful, I think, of taking on too much. And we see that also when we have the 6 of Pentacles. It's this kind of giving and receiving. Like, they're very generous, and they do like to put their energy into helping other people. And that could be some of the projects that they have going on, is this kind of making sure that other people are also taken care of. And maybe some of their passion projects are actually charitable projects as well, which are, I mean, there is success there, but it also feels like they're overextending themselves. And then when we have this 4 of Swords energy as well, it's kind of this energy of needing to take time to rest. And whenever I see the 10 of Wands come together with the 4 of Swords, it's really fitting, because that's what happens when you're in that 10 of Wands energy. Eventually you have no choice but to kind of stop, reassess, and say, okay, I need to take some time. So this is the kind of person, they're always busy, they're always on the go, and they're maybe doing a bit too much, kind of I always use the analogy of kind of burning the candle at both ends, right? So when we have this Four of Swords energy, it's just a call to them to make sure that they're taking time to themselves to really kind of spend some time internally reflecting on what they're doing, because they do have too many things on the go. So they need to spend time in order to be successful and really focus in on what projects and what tasks they're spending their time on are going to be the best for them to spend their time on. But I do get the energy here from the Six of Pentacles that some of those tasks are definitely charitable. They might work in a field where they're kind of working with a charity or helping people, but they just need to make sure that they also are helping themselves. I know we can see that sometimes in the energy of like therapists or social workers. A lot of times they're so focused on helping other people that they don't take time to take care of themselves as well. So just something to watch out for, and maybe something you can assist with as well, and sometimes calling them out to say, hey, you know, when was the last time you took some time to just enjoy yourself and to just do something for just you and not help other people? And then we have in this simplicity, I really think they're the kind of person that enjoys the simple things in life. When we have that Princess of Wands energy, it's kind of this creativity and knowing that they can create excitement in their life, and they can create abundance, and they can create things that are interesting and make them feel fulfilled, that they don't really need a lot from the material realm. And even when we're getting this Pentacle energy, it's the Six of Pentacles, which is a very giving card, knowing that like if they do have extra money, they're probably spending it in charitable ways, in ways to help out friends and family or even complete strangers. They're really not too focused on the material goods. They're kind of more focused on just enjoying life. And then we have the Devil coming out here, which is not necessarily a great card to see sometimes in a relationship or a love reading. But let's see if we can get a little bit more information on why that's coming up. We've got the Nine of Cups as well as the Seven of Swords and the Two of Swords. Okay, so when I'm seeing this Seven of Swords energy coming out, it's kind of telling me that maybe in the past, they have had some situations. I'm feeling like this happened to them. When I see the Devil and I see the Seven of Swords together, I think they have been in some very manipulative relationships in the past. The Devil is kind of this card of a very controlling person. It can also represent addiction, so it could be that they have in the past had some problems with addiction, struggled with maybe alcoholism or drug addiction, and they could have been, you know, been a little bit deceitful with their friends and family. So that is one option that I'm seeing. For some of you, that might be resonating. But another option that I'm seeing as well is kind of that they were in a very controlling relationship, and with the Seven of Swords energy as well, they were lied to, they were taken advantage of, and through that is why they really want to help people and give back. So that's the one situation I'm seeing. The other situation I'm seeing is that, again, that they went through their own addictions and their own problems, and that is kind of why they want to give back. So it'll be a different situation for different people, but we are seeing some positivity over here as well. With the Nine of Cups, this is a very fulfilling, kind of secure, balanced card. It's just letting us know that this relationship is going to be very strong. You're going to have goals as a couple that you guys are going to fulfill. And when we have this Two of Swords energy, it's kind of a call for balance, which again is what we saw here with the Four of Swords and the Ten of Wands, is just to make sure that in order to reach your kind of full potential of the relationship, and in order for this person to reach their full potential as well personally, is just this call for balance, making sure that they're spending their time in ways that fulfill them as well as just fulfilling other people. And that can also be a warning for those of you who are dealing with someone who had some addictive tendencies in the past, just to watch out for that, because if they're not finding balance in their life and they're not able to feel comfortable and kind of secure and fulfilled, that could be a tendency for regression into that stage. So I think that's just something that the cards want you to watch out for as well. So let's see if we can pull a few physical characteristics, see if that can help you kind of confirm something or know what to be on the lookout for. So we've got a thick neck, okay, ear pierced, we've got cute, always nice, medium length hair, short legs, thin thighs, okay, a big forehead, and dark skin. So I don't know if maybe seeing those characteristics might bring someone to mind, or it could just be something to watch out for in the future. Or maybe if this doesn't sound like someone you would normally date, it could also just be a call for you to maybe start considering different aspects of you know, what you find attractive as well. So we've got D, I, V, and P. And we have the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. So when I see these letters, this could be a first initial, part of a first name, last name initial. It could be a place that you meet, a time that you meet. The numbers could also be in reference to their birth date or a time that you meet them. So I think just taking this information could help you if you're already considering someone. Maybe some of this is resonating with you or confirming things, or it could just be something to watch out for as well in the future. Maybe you'll see someone who has short, thin thighs, and you'll think to yourself, ooh, I wonder if that's the person that I got from my reading. So thank you so much for joining me today for your reading, card number 3. Please like, comment, and subscribe below if you guys would like to see more content in the future. I really enjoy seeing you guys interact with me in my comments, and I hope that we can see each other again in a future video. Have a blessed day. Okay, so card number 4, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. So we're starting out with the 5 of Swords, which is telling me kind of, it could be a little bit of dishonesty. It could be also that they've been through a lot in their life. They've had a lot of times in their life where they've been really confrontational with people, or had kind of conflict thrust upon them. It might also be that they have had to kind of be dishonest in certain periods of their life in order to get through some of these things. So let's see if we can pull a little bit more information on kind of this starting energy here. Whoops. Okay, so we've got Judgment in reverse. We've got the 9 of Cups as well. The 7 of Cups. Okay, and that one wanted to come out for sure. And the 5 of Cups. Okay, so there's a lot of cup energy here, obviously. So when we have Judgment in reverse, this is just telling me that they might be a little bit resistant to change. So sometimes when a situation calls for them to kind of change their outlook, maybe move forward, they have a hard time letting go of things, unfortunately. And I think that that's where the 5 of Swords energy is playing in as well, is that they've been through some things that they're maybe not proud of. They've done some things in the past that they're not necessarily reflective of the person they are now, but they also have a hard time letting go of some of the guilt of that, unfortunately. And then I see in the 7 of Cups, they're a very busy person. They like to keep themselves busy with doing a lot of things, kind of having their hand in a lot of pots. And that is almost to kind of keep them distracted from some of their demons and some of the things that they've been through. So I think when we see the kind of 5 of Cups energy as well, it's really just a call for them to forgive their past wrongdoings, forgive their past hurt, and kind of let go of things, because it's definitely stopping them from moving forward. So I think when you meet this person, they might be in the middle of kind of a transformation period, in this kind of hopefully being able to turn this Judgment card around and saying, you know what, I'm going to close that chapter of my life. I'm going to move forward into this 9 of Cups energy, which is a very balanced card. It's kind of being able to fulfill the things that they want in life, being able to move forward and move forward with a better energy. So I think when you first meet this person, your soulmate, they're not necessarily in the best place in their life, but they're working on it. So they have already kind of acknowledged their issues and acknowledged that some of these things are causing them pain and preventing them from moving forward. So you're meeting them at a good time in their life. Just know that there's going to be some stumbles at the beginning. There's going to be some setbacks. And I think you're just going to have to be able to work through some of these things with them, but it's not your job to fix them. They're working on themselves. It's just maybe giving them a little bit of leeway and a little bit of kind of opportunity to grow. And then we have this card Delight, which to me is just letting me know they're moving forward into such a better person, a more calm person, somebody who has better energy, and somebody who really appreciates things in life, and even just the little things. They're able to take delight in kind of every aspect of life, and that is not something that they have from their past energy, and that is the person that they're truly meant to be, and somebody that they're able to be with you as well. You guys have such a positive relationship, even though, you know, they still have some demons that they're working through. You have a lot of fun with them. You're able to kind of tell them anything, and I think as well, them having gone through some of these bad things, it really opens up a conversation and a dialogue for you to talk about some of the things that you've been through as well. And then we have this beautiful card, the Moon, which is just, again, working sometimes on your shadow self, working on some of the things that you don't necessarily like about yourself, and working to be a better person. And I think that maybe you're also working on that I get the energy that both of you might have a few shadows, a few demons to work through, but it's really you know, it's a card that also calls for you to follow your intuition as well. So when you meet this person, I think you're going to know. And in the Page of Cups energy as well, it's kind of this energy of like new love, a fresh start. So for you, you're looking at this relationship, you know, really positively. You're ready to kind of move forward into this relationship, but just trust your intuition and know that it's not always going to be the easiest path. But when we have here the Eight of Pentacles, it's kind of this, like an energy of being able to work on it, being willing to work on it, being able to put in the effort to get through things together. And I think maybe you might even be coming into this relationship with a little bit of energy of having some past trauma or some past hurt, but it's okay because I think together you guys are going to be able to work through those issues. And when we have this Empress energy, it's a very feminine energy, but it gets a very loving card, right? It's kind of this being able to almost like plant seeds to move forward into a relationship. I always see that as a very positive omen in a relationship card. And in a soulmate card, it's just, or in a soulmate reading, it's just letting me know that you guys definitely have the foundations for a really good relationship. It's just that when you first meet this person, they've been through a lot. So there's going to be some struggle at the beginning, but once you get through that, once you're able to kind of work through that shadow energy, you guys are going to have such a great relationship. So let's see if we can pull a few physical characteristics for you guys. Whoop, a little more than I wanted, but that's okay. Let's see. We have a small ass, okay, thin eyebrows, a small nose, black hair, a big ass as well, interesting, hazel eyes, a thin neck, piercings, blonde hair, and long hair. So this seems to me like the kind of person that has been through some transitions, because we're getting a lot of energy. I do think maybe a few more fell out than needed, but they all came out, so let's go with it. We have blonde hair, but we also have black hair. So maybe they have two-toned hair, maybe they have dyed their hair times in the past. We have a big ass, we have small ass, so maybe there's someone who likes to work out and has, you know, kind of plumped up a little bit, right? Maybe even doing some squats. We have hazel eyes, piercings, a small nose, a thin neck. It could just be that, you know, they have this energy of some of these characteristics are making you kind of calling towards a person. It's also a general reading, so not everything is going to apply to you specifically. But yeah, just be on the lookout for, you know, for your person. I definitely did get the energy with the piercings one, that is something, whether they have a facial piercing or ears pierced. The piercing one for me, kind of, when I saw that, I was like right away, yes. So we've got the letter D coming out twice, and then we've got E and T as well. So we've got 2 and 1 as numbers, and D, E, and T. So this could be, again, initials of a first name, a last name, a place that you meet. It could be a time that you meet them as well with the numbers. It could be a life path number for either you or them. It's, you know, it's going to be different for every single person, as this is a general reading, but just something to keep in mind, the numbers 1 and 2 and the letters D, E, and T. So thank you so much, card number 4, for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you guys would like to see more content in the future. I hope that you have a blessed day, and I hope that I get to see you again in one of my next videos. Hello, card number 5. Let's see what we have for you today. So we've got the Queen of Wands right away. This is telling me this person is very creative, very passionate. They are somebody who is, they have a lot of talents. They're very courageous and very authentic. So they're not the kind of person that holds back. They're the kind of person that is able to kind of, almost like a leader sometimes too. Like they're very, I get this sense of power from them. And then we have the Devil card and the Ace of Cups. So the Devil is a Capricorn card. It's Capricorn energy, but it also can be sometimes to do with addiction and also just past relationships that were very controlling. But in the Ace of Cups, I see this as kind of a new beginning. I see that they were able to move past this energy from the Devil. And we've got the Eight of Swords as well. Yeah, so that's telling me that they've been through some, I think it's more of a restrictive relationship. I'm not getting the energy of addiction just because the Devil came up right next to the Eight of Swords, which is a card all about kind of being confined, being restricted. And when we get that in a relationship reading, it's just telling me that in their past relationship, relationship. They were probably in an abusive or controlling relationship, and they've been able to move through that though. We have this kind of Ace of Cups, this energy of this being a new relationship for you guys. Their heart is open. It's a new beginning for them. And then when we have this Star card, it's a card of kind of healing. It's a hope card, right? It's inspiring, and it's bringing you back to yourself. So you might be meeting them right after they've exited a very kind of toxic relationship, but you don't need to worry about that because they have already done the work. They're not entering into this relationship with you bringing baggage, because when we have the Ace of Cups as well as the Star together, it's letting me know that they've spent the time working on themselves. They're coming in with this Queen of Wands energy. They're very kind of a go-getter, creative, passionate. They're well put together. So it's not something necessarily that you have to worry about in terms of it affecting your relationship. It's just a part of who they are. They've been through some rough things, but they're able to take that experience and move forward with strength. And I think that they're going to bring that to the relationship to help you as well. Perhaps if you have gone through some bad things, or if things happen in the future, as they always do, no relationship is ever easy and nobody's life is ever perfect, right? So in the future, when you have these bad relationships these bad situations happen, they're going to be able to help you through that because they have their own knowledge and their own inner strength. I'm kind of getting maybe a Leo energy here as well. I know we don't have any Leo cards on the board, but it's this kind of, they might have it in their chart somewhere, this kind of strength and this kind of confidence that they have, having been through this experience. And when we have the Diligence card as well, it's letting me know it's a constant, they're working on this constantly. They're constantly working on improving themselves. They're constantly working on being the best version of themselves. And they're also working on, being able to have that happen for other people around them. It's almost like they're calling people in their lives to kind of level up and be the best version of themselves that they can be. And we get that energy from the Star as well. That's an Aquarius card, so it could be some Aquarius or Capricorn energy here. And I am, again, feeling Leo energy also. That it could just be that they want to help people, they've been through bad things and they want to then bring that forward and be able to help other people go kind of get through things as well. We've got the Ten of Swords here, which is, I think, again, just telling me they really were able to use that pain to transition into this new Ace of Cups energy, Queen of Wands energy. And it's kind of this card of having been through a betrayal, like almost, it feels at the time like it's like, this is the end. I'm ruined. This is the end of me. But you're able to then take that pain and move forward and bring it to something kind of so much stronger. And then when we have this Hermit card as well, it's like a time that they spent with themselves. It was really like a reflecting time. So it was a soul searching time to move into this energy of healing and new beginnings. And then over here we have the Page of Cups, which is this very kind of new love, new energy. Like you're going to be probably the first relationship that they have after this horrible relationship, but they're going to feel so excited about you. And then when we have this Four of Pentacles, it's kind of this like stability. Sometimes it can represent greed a little bit as well, but I think it's not greed. It's like they want you, like they want you to themselves. They're so excited about you because you are such a breath of fresh air for them, and you're going to show them what a relationship really should look like and what real love looks like, and they're going to give the same back to you. It's really this energy of being in a relationship that is so stable, that is so loving and so giving, that they almost appreciate the bad things that they had to go through because it brought them to you. So it's kind of a really beautiful situation. Let's see if we can pull a few physical characteristics for this person for you as well. Okay, so we've got medium skin, so somewhere in between light and dark skinned. We have a thick neck, thick eyebrows, piercings, medium hair, and then we also have light skinned as well. So it's telling me maybe they are tanned. So maybe naturally they are a little bit lighter skinned, but they like to spend a lot of time outside, I think. So they might also be tanned, or at certain times of the year their skin is a little bit darker than at other times of the year. I know sometimes in the winter a lot of us go kind of pale or pasty, so it's telling me that they've got medium length hair, thick eyebrows, a thick neck, and piercings as well. Let's see if we can pull a few initials here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So we have A, I, M, and B, and the letters 1 and 3. So this could be, again, a first name initial, last name initial. It could be a place where you meet them. It could be, it could be something that's significant to you guys as well. And then the numbers 1 and 3, which could be timing, could be one of your life path numbers, or it could be maybe the time that you meet them as well. So thank you so much for joining me today, card number 5. Please like, comment, and subscribe below if you'd like to see more content in the future. I really enjoy connecting with people in my comments. It's really nice to see you guys giving positive feedback. And I hope that you guys have a blessed day. I hope we get to see each other again soon. Thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, so card number 6, let's see what we have for you today. All right, we've got the Princess of Pentacles. So this is telling me this person has a lot of opportunities in their life. They have a lot of, well, there we go with the 10 of Wands, a lot. So when I say a lot, I mean a lot. They've got a lot of things going on. They've got a lot of kind of opportunities in their life that would bring financial opportunity, but as well as just kind of a thirst for knowledge and a thirst for moving forward and liking to be involved in a lot of things. But when we see this 10 of Wands, this can almost get to be a burden on them. So it's a little bit of a warning just to not have too many things on the go, to not, like, for them to not have, too many options going on, because that can really lead to burnout. And when we see this King of Pentacles energy, they're very kind of authoritative. They might be in charge in one aspect of their work. Maybe they're a boss or a manager of a few people. It's definitely this energy of, like, that this person can provide for themselves. They're very, it's almost like anything they put their hands on is going to be successful, right? It's this energy of they are definitely the kind of person you want to be part of a team with, and of course the type of person that you want to be in a relationship with. But I would watch out for this kind of energy of having too many things on the go. And when we see the 6 of Swords as well, it's kind of this call for letting some things go, maybe getting rid of some of these responsibilities. So some of the things in their life that they're putting their energy towards might be causing burnout, or just them feeling very overwhelmed. And when we have the 2 of Swords as well, it's this call for balance. So both of those cards, the 6 and the 2, it's a call for letting certain things go so that you can bring more balance to your life. So I think that this person is maybe going to have a little bit of struggle with that, especially in the beginning of your relationship. It might be that you find you're not spending enough time with them, or you feel like maybe not a priority to them just because they're constantly working on things. And when we have this sense of community card as well, it's just letting us know that they're involved in a lot of things. They might have a lot of friends, family, and causes, and then, through work as well, that they're putting their time and energy into. So it's this kind of energy of having a lot on the go, but you're going to need to talk to them about making sure that you feel like a priority. I do see that as being a little bit of an issue in the relationship, is just feeling that you're important and feeling that you matter to them as well. So that might be kind of why you joined us today in your reading, is just letting you know something that's coming for you. A lot of people might give up on a relationship if they feel that they're not a priority, but just know that it's not that you're not a priority to them. It's just that they have a lot of things that they want to see happen. This King of Pentacles energy is them feeling like they're responsible for a lot of things. And then the Princess of Pentacles as well is just having this kind of thirst for always, and here we go with this, the 6 of Pentacles is kind of this wanting to give back and wanting to provide for people and wanting to be able to be a stable person that people can count on. So we do see that kind of energy here. But with we have the 9 of Wands as well as the 9 of Swords. So the 9 of Swords is telling me that they sometimes might catastrophize, and that might even lead into this energy of 10 of Swords of feeling like they have a lot on their plate, is because they are a planner. They're somebody that wants to know ahead of time what's going to happen, kind of, and have a plan A, B, C through Z even. So they're planning, and they're trying to control so much that it's really starting to burden them, and it's starting to weigh down on them mentally. So I think that that's just something to watch out for. And in the 9 of Wands as well, we have this energy of kind of, that they can make it through anything, though. They have the strength. They want to persevere. They want to make it through, and they want to be able to be that person that's charitable to other people. But it could just be a little bit of a heads up for you guys. And when we see the 2 of Cups as well, is this partnership, card. It's letting you guys know that you are meant to be together. This is a very strong connection. Maybe this is even something you can help with. Maybe you can take some of the burdens. I'm getting this energy that you're being told this ahead of time, that you're being told about their burdens. It's being called into question right now, so that you can come in and say, hey, maybe I'll take a couple of those wands from you. Maybe I can help you with a couple of these swords. Maybe I can help alleviate some of these stresses and worries that you have, because you'll realize that together in partnership, that when we're working together, that we're going to be able to overcome anything. So it's this really beautiful energy of kind of being able to come together and be a strong relationship. So it's really beautiful, actually. I think that your relationship is going to be one where you two take on the world together. We have this King of Pentacles energy, which is sometimes a little bit of a standalone, like this person's in charge and doesn't need anybody. But I think with the Princess of Pentacles too, it could be that one of you is the princess and one of you is the king, and you're kind of coming together in a way where like together as a duo, we're unstoppable and we can take on anything. And all of a sudden, when you have two people carrying, 10 wands, they don't feel so heavy anymore. So I think it's a really beautiful energy of they're doing things to make things better for other people, and you're coming in and saying, hey, maybe I can help with that as well. And it creates a really beautiful relationship for you guys. So let's see if we can pull a few physical characteristics as well for this person. Oops, too many is in there. Let's try and get one more. Okay, so we've got average build, no hair, so that could be no body hair, or it could be that they are bald as well. They've got their ear pierced. They have a visible scar, strong arms, attractive, and blonde hair. Okay, so that, to me, I can see somebody right away. But of course, this could be, not every characteristic could be applicable to your person, or it could be maybe when you meet them, they had no hair and then they, but their hair is naturally blonde. Or it could be, I'm getting this no hair, more of a sense of body hair. They don't have very much body hair. I know people who are blonde are often fair and don't grow a lot of body hair. So see if it brings someone to mind. If it doesn't, maybe in the future, some of that will resonate with you guys as well. Let's see if we can pull a few initials here. We have E, T, E, and U, and the number 1 is coming up 4 times. So that could be a life path number for you, maybe 11 or 1. And these letters, E, T, and U, could be part of an initial. They could be initials, part of a first name, part of a last name. It could also be maybe where you're going to meet this person, or timing on when you're going to meet them as well. And then again, the number 1 could be your life path number, a place where you meet them, maybe a street address. It could be a time when you meet them as well, a month or a year, or even a time of day. So thank you so much for joining me today, pile number 6. I hope that you guys found this reading informative. I would love it if you could like, comment, and subscribe below if you guys would like to see more content in the future. I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope that I see you again in one of my future readings.